Hey YouTube, I'm MJ, your Atlas of Life. I'm going to do a quick Celtic cross spread style reading this morning. It's the 23rd of November. Thanksgivings are coming. Supper you're not supposed to go share it with your family or friends. Okay, that's what it has been advised in Ohio anyways. If you're interested, I do personal readings for $30. Send me an email and we'll set something up. There's a chance that we may be going off the grid here, just temporarily. So if you don't hear from me in about a week, for 1 week, don't take alarm. Because we'll be back. Just do a little sabbatical. Good for everybody every once in a while. I would highly recommend it. Okay, so this is going to be for, the end of November and into December. Got some big days coming. Keep hearing good things about the 21st of December. If you know what I mean. If not, we'll see. Okay. And since my whole spread doesn't really show, I'll pull each card up separately as we go. Ooh, yeah. And I'm also going to use my Luminance Spirit deck. So let us begin here. Okay. To begin off the reading, so for our Celtic cross style reading, this first card is the Sun. So this card's about celebration. It's about success. I think that anybody who's seeing this reading has probably found a way to incorporate just a joyful existence in whatever's going on in their life. And really that is the best way to manifest anything and everything that you've ever dreamed of. When we get out of that mind frame, we start to worry and let other things get in the way. When really everything's right there in front of us, the obvious things are the answers that you're seeking for. We just close our minds off to it when we fall out of this mode. So I think that right now we're in a very good receptive mode. And we're paying attention. We are adjusting and adapting to scenarios in a way that's very beneficial for us. This is a very lucky card. It's like that moment in the sun. And I feel like because not all of us are in places where it is sunny and we can be outdoors, or, because of the fact that we can't really spend time with others all that much these days, we have learned how to find that happiness within. And that's the goal of this life. So you're doing great. We're all doing great. I know that card really suits me. Now, the obstacle, that comes into play here is the Seven of Cups. Cups are feelings. Cups are emotions. So we're letting our feelings get in the way. When I see this card, it really makes me feel like the obstacle is that we're placing too much emphasis, because we're living in the sun, as the first card indicated. I feel like we want to share that with others. Be it through healing from, a distance, or just, experiencing the good, happy, fun things that we are able to come up with to entertain ourselves in our lives, the things that make us happy, we're not able to share those with other people so much. And that's what we see in these cups. I mean, there's too many options, too many feelings you want to share with others that you're not able to do. I'm sorry, the phone vibrated because of a message coming through. Okay, fixed it up. So, I mean, that card is being fully in tune with and able to utilize and access many different emotions. And it's really not fair that we can't share them with all the people that they're not really directed at, but that we know that would really get a kick out of those emotional feelings as well. It's why we've fostered them in the first place. I mean, that card shows a lot of options. But I do like that the main issue is us finding our sun. And it's pretty beautiful, really, that it bothers us we can't share it with all the people that we love too. Because we see so many opportunities out there and so many ways in which, if we could live now, the way we're living now, in the world the way that it used to be, it would be good for everybody. And you know, that might be a pity, but just hang in there, because the new world is coming. And it's gonna create even more ways that you can share with them and so many others through our new senses. The masses, basically. You can share that sun in the future when it gets here. And it's consecutively already here. It's just our perception and realization of that. It's a little skewered because we're still adapting to the new dimensions of existence and, you know, communication styles and all that. So for desires, we get the Ace of Cups. So it shows that blessing. And I feel like that means, like, you know, right back to those cups that were the obstacle. You desire to bless others with your feelings and your emotions and it's a healing card. And that shows new opportunities coming to meet your desires, to fulfill those needs, to share with others. And this is guided. This is given, you know, with the Sacred Trinity. It's a very blessed card, and it's bringing some new emotions or opportunities to fulfill your desires emotionally. So just hang in there. It's so weird how many notifications I'm getting right now. It's the craziest thing ever. I do get a lot of notifications on a regular basis, and I have them pretty much silenced, but I've never seen so many come through as right now. Funny stuff. Okay, now the resources that we have available to us that we've always been able to stand on is that when we manifest something, and this doesn't have to be money, it is a material object, in a sense that the things that are fulfilling for us. When we manifest things that are fulfilling for us, like our environment even, or, you know, security in life, or it can be the knowledge and divine lessons that we're learning. It shows that we are able to cling to that, to hold on to that information. So let's say we're not using it at every moment of our life. It still exists within us. We're keeping it close at our heart. We have it stored in our brain. We have both feet on the ground. And picture yourself walking through life with everything you've ever learned and manifested, you know, the hard way as a resource in all the right areas. It's not just in one spot. So we're taking this around with us. We've been taking this stuff around with us, and we're using it further on in our life. And we will continue to do so. This card is about, well, earning it. and not wanting to lose it. So to me, it also falls into that category of wanting to be able to share that with others, or it's light work. You want to show them how to manifest what makes you happy, if you're looking at all these cards the way that they're falling. Now let's look at in the past. Okay, so we've got somebody who is telling it like it is. You weren't hiding from the truths, the realities of life. You didn't say when something bad happened, oh, well, you might have said, why did this happen to me? But I gotta, hold on a second. I gotta get on my instant messenger because I got so many messages. I gotta tell somebody don't call because that'll stop my video, and I don't want that to happen. Not now. Recording. I'm very sorry about the distractions. It's kind of unreal, to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on. But a lot of people do need me, and that's awesome because I need them too. Okay, so this was all that divine information. We didn't take it like, the page or anything. We didn't look at it as new opportunities. We looked at it as realities. We, as the queen, are somebody who is, we're a master. We're, oh my gosh, and it goes right back to it. We're the influencer of the suit. We are able to absorb the knowledge, absorb the information, learn the lessons the hard way, and, understand and absorb them, because as the queen, we share that with others. We pass it on out to the others, and that's where the queen comes into play here. And this tower moment, it had happened for us. I think that me personally and many others that I know, we thought we were done with that dark night of the soul stuff. Well, this is Judgment Day, and it's kind of happening now in the most real sense. But it's not the same kind of tower moments as it was in the past. That stuff destroyed us and made us change back then. And we've become stronger, we've become different. So today when these things happen, we wave it off. We figure out the lesson. It doesn't hurt us the way that it used to hurt us, because no emotion feels bad. For me anyways, it doesn't feel bad to be sad. It doesn't feel bad to be exhausted. It doesn't feel bad to not get my way. Things are changing. People are changing. We are evolving and ascending. It's a pretty beautiful thing. Because now, as we're moving into the future, we have a lot of these coins, these pentacles that we can work with. And we're going to continue working, by the way. This is like a fluid purpose, destiny, job. It's manifesting for the rest of our lives and enjoying the work that we're doing, being super proud of it all. There's Masonic symbols on here. It just shows like a productive existence is what we're getting in the future, and the ability to be very proud of and enjoy what we're doing while we're doing it. For the sake of shortening, this up a little bit without me talking forever, I'm going to go ahead and move on. So our attitude right now is the Lovers, because you and I and anybody that this video has found, we know that love is the only emotion that exists. It's how we walk through our life every day, every moment with angel guidance. We are the Lovers. Full on, all the way through our whole entire being. Let's say something happens in a day and there's an argument. Big, small, little, whatever it is. Every emotion that comes out of us when we go in and, subcategorize the whys, the ifs, the hows, the things shared between the people, it all falls back to that love. If I was envious or jealous of a certain situation before I processed it and realized that those are not appropriate emotions to have, I would have to analyze it to the point where I would realize that the reason that I felt that way in the first place was because something that I love within me wasn't getting loved. I don't have something that I need. You could even go into like a survival instinct, and I'm envious or jealous of somebody who does have that. Well, that's because the part within them that they get to love, because they easily had those things to help them survive, was being loved. I couldn't allow that part within me to be loved. This is just complicated stuff in the way that I'm explaining. It might be confusing. Let's just leave it at that first definition. Our attitude, who we are, is the lovers. This is for anyone who found this video. My guides will send it to the right people. The next card is the others, the outside world. And so for them, or what's happening in the world around us, plans are being made. Desires are changing. People in the world around us are learning that there are different ways to take action, different ways to meet their needs, to get their wants. And this stuff is being planned in a different way than it's ever been planned before. This is a card about fire. And for me, the fire within is the light within, like the sun. So out there in the world, they're starting to recognize the fire within them. That the fire within them is the light. It's their higher calling. And they're making plans on how to put this stuff into action. And, utilize it and use it. It's going to be the new force. Okay. For our hopes and fears. And I kind of like it when we get 2 cards for the hopes and fears, and we did. The hopes and fears section for us today brought the King of Wands. So here we have some more actions, implements now. The king is the master of the suit. This is ambitions. This is in the spot for hopes. We are the master of this stuff, and we don't have to use it to control other people. But as a king, the king might, right? Now the queen would use it to share with her kingdom. Now the king would use it to lead the way. And the fears is all of that hard work we continue to do on a regular basis. This would be aligning our chakras. Some people look at this like acupuncture, stabbing at the wounds until we let them free. We are not going to wimp out, because it's very important to us as the king to share what we have to share, to put that out into the world, to teach people how to heal themselves so they can get rid of the things that are paining or bothering them in any way. So it's something that we are hopeful for, which is being able to share that with others, how to make themselves feel better, because we've learned how to do it ourselves. But we're fearful that with the king being there, that it's going to be too hard for them. They're not going to be able to do it without us, without our help, without our guidance as the king. So that's a dual card, and it really fits well for those 2 to fall in that spot. We're afraid for them, and we're going to be there to hold them up as they go through this stuff themselves, which is going to make us, because we're so set on our cause, because we are so determined to fulfill our purposes and our desire is to heal the planet, we are going to have to keep going through these same things, working through this same stuff, working through them even. And, it's going to come back up in us around and around, because that's how we heal. We allow it into us, and then we heal it out of us, and then the energy's clear for everybody. I do feel that for these cards here, take a little bit of a warning. Never forget to take the time for yourself. You don't always have to give. There will be times when you need to take care of yourself first, because you can't be the king without loving yourself first. So pick and choose. But look how strong we are. It's the end of the suit. Those are both very strong, firm cards. And so we are ready. We are there. We are stronger than we think. And maybe that's just what everybody's sort of going through. There's a little bit of a slump going on in the collective vibe right now. We know we're powerful. We know we're super duper strong. And we know we can handle all 10 swords at once and still meet our desires and needs as a collective chosen one. Well, that takes a little bit of time to, as it changes and becomes, the real fluid activity that is completely taking place. There's that adjustment period, that kind of stuff that's going on. And this is really cool, because for our last card here, we got 2 as well. And this is the Queen of Wands. So it's another wand. We have the King and the Queen of the Wands. Okay, this tells me definitely do not divert your mission at all, period, whatsoever. It's very important. That's why we're here, to light the fire for the others. King and Queen, masculine and feminine, are both in balance here. And the Queen is perfect and fitting to fall as the progression of this reading, because what did we say about the Queen before? She is the influencer. She is the one who is sharing it with everyone in her kingdom. It is your job to share with others how they can also serve and live out their purpose to heal this planet. What do we have as her action? The culmination of all of the manifestations. This is a card showing that the people who have done the work and figured out how to love every single portion of the world, every single portion of their specific world. They know what they love, they know what they want, and they know why. And that is why they are allowed to manifest it. And this is the direction that it's going. So we are bringing forth all of these pentacles, all of these coins for everyone else. I'm super proud of anyone that found this reading, or that this reading found, because it's very suitable in today's collective, situation. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups to come here, and we'll look at her as that emotional, in the past, overflow. We were influenced then by the emotions of other people. We are the empaths, which, people take those words a little bit too profoundly. That doesn't necessarily, it's not a classification that makes you so much different. It's just everybody is opening up to their intuitive senses. And some of us had it stronger when we were born. We fostered it more so that we can help others to be able to cleanse and clear the emotions of others through them. And it's not a bad thing, because you have to look at the future. You have to understand that everybody's going to have access to that emotion. There will be a day in time in human existence where we don't have to speak. So, this telepathic stuff comes along with the empathy and the feelings of others. And it's the beginning of being able to share and communicate with our emotions, with our feelings, instead of words that can be confused. Because what cannot be confused when somebody can sense and feel the needs of others is the feelings. So it's a much more resourceful tool than it would be, let's say, to explain with words. It can't be confused. You can't trick somebody when you're experiencing actual feelings. So this is like progression of the new world. It's how we're all moving into it. It's one of the new senses, which, you know, incorporates all the other senses as well. To come next, we get the Page of Cups. So let's keep on this cups in that place. Remember what I was just saying. The Page of Cups is that new spark. It's spreading. And it's funny because it's water, but like wildfire, all the fire, light, by the way, not destruction, from the other part of the reading, it's moving into the others. They're getting these new sparks. It is our job not only to influence them, to learn how to use these new senses, but to show them how. The most important thing, as we change, us human beings, we need to stay pure. It's not an optional thing. Do your meditations. Move your body. Get the blood flowing. Oxygen is the most important aspect of using the new senses. Keep your light body pure. Listen to the binaural beats, isochronic tones. Use technology to stay pure so you can live out your job. Okay, so next we get the King of Swords. Look at these crystals on his head even. As we're being given this new information that we are using to control our own world, to control, it's divine information, it's divine knowledge, it's big ideas. I was just thinking about this earlier, how there's not a way